Hello friends, Amy R here with Prairie Paper and Ink with a short and sweet video. This is for this past week's Color Throwdown Challenge. I'm so behind, but after I did some mental gymnastics to figure out what I wanted to make with the colors, I went through my wafer die stash, and like all of these are all oldie but goodies. I've got this carrot wafer die. This came out last year. The big picture book bunny and the big picture book little body wafer dies, which came out a few years ago. And then some grassy edges wafer die. Anyway, I did all my die cutting off camera because there's just no point. You know, it's the same old, same old. I just pulled out a bunch of scraps of cardstock. And then for this carrot, the way it die cuts is the top of the carrot. Everything kind of fits together like a puzzle, but there's nothing to layer them together, if that makes sense. So I find the easiest way is to just push them all together because they literally do fit together like a puzzle. There's little curves and everything. And then I just adhere it all with washi tape and flip it over. I did add a little bit of glue and then taped it with washi tape. It's ugly from the back. It's not going to matter. No one's going to see it. So, like I said, I did all my die cutting, just went through my scraps and found colors for the Color Throwdown Challenge. And then I have these little pinch bowls. You guys have seen them here and there in some of my videos. They're literal pinch bowls. They're meant for spices and things. I've got all these little characters and stuff, and I collect them because they're cute and little and they don't take up any space. But they're great for die cuts. So I assemble my carrots. And then for the picture book bunny, this was even easier because it's quite a large wafer die. I just lined the back again of the openings with washi tape. This is Spellbinders tape. I like using this to, hold down my wafer dies when I'm die cutting, etc. And then I just press in all those little die cuts. Quick, simple, easy. The little body, I just inserted the little piece that I die cut from some ivory cardstock, just glued it in place. And at the very beginning, you guys saw me, I had kind of laid out all my dies and created my little scene just to give myself an idea of what I was, doing. And then it was just a matter of assembling everything. So like I said, this short and sweet. I changed my mind a second into this when I was adhering things. I had just enough time to start pulling this apart because I'm using craft tacky glue to adhere everything, and it doesn't take long for this glue to set, and then you will tear everything. But I quickly removed the body and that top layer of grass so I could move it up a little bit, and then was good to go. And then I inserted a little carrot. So the bunny's holding the carrot. This was kind of what inspired the whole, this bunny and this carrot wafer die were just perfect for this color combo and for this time of year, all those things. So I'd done all that. And then I cut some black cardstock a little bit bigger than my panel just to mat everything because I decided to keep this all die cuts. I'm not going to add any inks, stamping, nothing. You could totally step it up, do ink blending, add little dots with Copic markers. I've shown that in videos. There's so many ways you can step up die cuts and give them more texture and dimension, etc. But this time I was like, nope, I'm going to keep it simple, which for me is a struggle because I'm always like, let's show the greatest way to splatter all the things. Anyway, the other die set I pulled out was this fabulous little mini flowers and leaves. This has been out for years. I couldn't find it last month. I had cards that I had posted that I wanted to use this on, and I couldn't find it because I'm disorganized. But I found it. And I die cut a ton of scraps with it. Just some green scraps of cardstock, yellow scraps of cardstock, white scraps of cardstock. Way more than I needed. I just was using up a bunch of little scraps. I'll save all of those. I will dump them back into the packaging with this little wafer die set. So the next time I go to use it, I've already got a bunch of little leaves, these are a great little filler wafer die. You can use them to decorate little cakes. I use them here to create kind of like a little daisy chain crown for this bunny. I just thought it'd be cute. So I was just adhering everything kind of at random. I just put all the little greenery and then filled it in with the flowers. And I'm using my embellishment wand to pick up these tiny little pieces, and I just put glue in the centers and pressed in the centers, and that was it. Like, simple. And then the other thing I've done, I've mentioned this in videos, I of course was going to use my Flickering Butterflies wafer dies that I always die cut from Lawn Fawn's Pearlescent Vellum. Just a habit, but same thing. I keep the extras in the package, so then when I go to use it, they're already die cut. It saves me some time. So I know Jennifer McGuire has talked about that and showed it in her videos. She has like a drawer with, little containers with extra die cuts. If you've got the space for that, that's great. Just have little sections of florals and sentiments and just extra little things. You might not use it on a card, so put it in the container or in the drawer. It works great. I don't have an extra drawer, but I just keep the die cuts in the packaging. So then when I think to go and use, I want to use this wafer die or this die cut sentiment, it's really nice. Sometimes you open the package and it's like, oh, it's already done. Fabulous. So anyhow, my second carrot I put on the inside. I didn't use any sentiments. I kind of wanted to keep this open end for any person, any occasion. The card base, it's roughly 3.5 by 6.5 inches. It's a mini slimline size. I wanted it to fit inside this orange slimline envelope from Simon. So it's about 3.5 by 6.5 inches. So once I got the carrot adhered on the inside, that finished off this card. So when it's time to use this card, this would also make a really cute tag, but I made it into a card. I can either add a sentiment or just write, Happy Easter or just Happy Spring, whatever, to the recipient. This would look really cute in a little Easter basket too. So that was my short, quick, sweet video for the day. As always, I will have a link below the video to my blog post and links to all the supplies I use, so you can check that out below if you're interested. Thank you all so much for watching, subscribing, thumbs upping, commenting, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye!